To get this started off, we're going to want to start with our sweet potato because it's going to have to get tender, and we're going to have to bake it to where it kind of falls into place with the same baking time as far as whatever poultry and or beef or whatever protein you want to add to this meal. So we're going to get this started off first because it's going to need a little bit of TLC, baby. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut it in half. Okay, so I'm going to share with you some options that you have as far as what you want to put on your sweet potato. And this is just what I'm going with for now. And I actually am a big fan of the Vermilion Brown spread as far as made with the real yogurt. It's like really wonderful, and it is a little bit higher than the I cannot believe it's butter, but it's 45 calories per tablespoon. But I feel this is a really good option because it's a buttery taste. You could use this on bagels and put a little bit of everything bagel seasoning on there. And this is really amazing. So I am a big fan of this, and that's what I'm actually going to be using right now. But if you don't want to use that, this is another option. I cannot believe it's not butter light, and that's 35 calories per tablespoon. Or you could go with real butter. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take my Vermilion Brown made with real yogurt spread, and that's my spread of choice, and or butter. And I'm going to lightly spread it, and I'm going to measure it out to where I'm going to eyeball it, but you're more than welcome to use measuring spoons, to a half a tablespoon to each side. And I'm going to go ahead and just spread it on. And these are uncooked right now. I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm just going to lightly salt this with some sea salt. And then I'm going to lightly pepper it with some black pepper. And then we're going to put that in your oven and or toaster oven for about 30 to 35 minutes until it gets tender, and then it's going to be ready to go. I'm using a toaster oven for now. And yeah, so it is what it is. I'm only cooking for one person here. So this is a rock Cornish game hen, and this is what we're going to be preparing for the rest of our meal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of its bag and or container. I'm going to remove all of the giblets and or extra pieces, and I'm going to rinse it, and we're going to get ready to cook it. Start right here, right in the middle, and I'm just going to take my knife, and you could use whatever knife you are familiar with and or like, and whatever's going to cut through your meat, baby. So I'm going to go ahead and hold that like that and break through the bone just enough to be able to spread it like this. And you're going to be able to set it like this. Right now, I'm just going to go ahead and go with this made with real yogurt, Vermilion Brown. And that's what I'm going with. But sometimes I do use the I cannot believe it's butter light spread. But you're more than welcome to use the extra virgin olive oil of your choice or real grade A butter. So it's all up to you and whatever's going on in your life. And this is how I'm doing mine. So I'm cutting calories. So I'm going to go ahead and go with this option right now, just because I just like the taste with this particular recipe. And let's do it. And we are just going to give it a rough chop because it's just going to make it easier to actually mash. We're just going to take a piece of this rosemary. Okay, so you just want to get it off the stem and get it ready to chop. If you want to use your food processor, go for it. But this is just the way I like to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and add this in with the garlic. Then I'm going to add some sea salt. Then I'm going to add some black pepper. And then I'm going to start to mash it all up together. Here is my tablespoon. And I'm going to go ahead and mash it all up. And we're going to make us a butter spread to put on our Cornish hen. Start off with some sea salt, of course. Lightly salt it. And then we're going to do the other side. And then we're going to black pepper. And then we're going to black pepper this side as well. As far as using whatever type of, pepper you have of your choice, go for it. And then I have my mixture right here as far as the butter mixture. And I'm going to actually use my fingers because I'm going to wash my hands afterwards and we're going to rub it. So here we go. I'm going to get it all out. And however you can mix this up using a food processor, a blender, or one of these, it is what it is. Do you. It doesn't matter as long as you get that taste in there. And sometimes you got to get down and dirty, and it is what it is. That's just how cooking goes. As long as you wash your hands and you wash them after, you're all good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure everything has this mixture rubbed in every crease and all over. And then after you're done rubbing it down, you're going to want to just hit it with the sea salt one more time. And you're going to want to hit it with the black pepper one more time. Ready to bake our Cornish hen, and I'm not going to leave this on top. I'm actually going to put it on bottom. And this is the leftover rosemary. So it's going to actually, cook together, steam it, and it's going to bring in more flavor. And I'm going to cook this for about 50 to 60 minutes at 350 in my toaster oven.